afternoon, and welcome to McDonald Stadium in Malden, Massachusetts for today's women's collegiate soccer match between the visiting University of Maine Presque Isle Owls and your Fisher College Falcons. The Continental Athletic Conference promotes good sportsmanship by student athletes, coaches, and spectators. We request your cooperation by supporting the participants and officials in a positive manner. Profanity, derogatory comments, or other intimidating actions directed at officials, student athletes, coaches, or team representatives will not be tolerated and are grounds for removal from said competition. Also, consumption or possession of alcoholic beverages is prohibited. And now let's meet the starters. First for the visiting Owls. A sophomore forward from Holton, Maine, number 2, Ella McCarthy. A first-year forward from Madawaska, Maine, number 3, Cameron Clavette. A sophomore forward from Ashland, Maine, number 5, Maggie Landine. A first-year defender from Kendu-Zeke, Maine, number 9, Emma Byers. A senior midfielder from Fort Fairfield, Maine, number 13, Cameron Awa. A sophomore back from Ashland, Maine, number 14, Michaela Carney. A junior back from Presque Isle, Maine, number 19, Taylor Marston. A sophomore forward from Ashland, Maine, number 20, Abby Doughty. A sophomore midfielder from Fort Kent, Maine, number 25, Shelby Terrio. A senior midfielder from Southwest Harbor, Maine, number 29, Olivia Gray. In net for the Owls, a junior from San Diego, California, number 0, Natalie Miranda. The Owls are coached by John Awa, assisted by John Cole, Caleb Daigle, and Monica McLaughlin. And now let's meet your Falcons. First year back from Santo Domingo, Dominican Republic, number 4, Gabriella Caden. A sophomore back from Revere, Massachusetts, number 5, Ari Pina. A first-year midfielder from Santo Domingo, Dominican Republic, number 8, Emily Hernandez. A junior forward from Stockholm, Sweden, number 9, Leah Bjorkhagen. A junior forward from Agadir, Morocco, number 10, Nada Boomkook. A sophomore forward from Whitman, Massachusetts, number 15, Jenna Lindstrom. A junior back from Peoria, Arizona, number 16, Dylan Ramirez. A junior midfielder from Lawrence, Massachusetts, number 19, Alina Molina Lara. A senior forward from Richland, Pennsylvania, number 21, Aliyah Shade. A junior back from Medford, Massachusetts, number 25, Kiara Forza. In net for the Falcons, a junior from Frisco, Texas, wearing number 1, Mariana Hernandez Cintron. The Falcons are coached by John DeValle, assisted by Jose Estevez, Kristen Abreu, and Darren Ford Hunt.
Let's go, Bees!
Well, who needs coffee on your Sunday brunch when you got Wick Wickstrom delivering those intros for Fisher Women's Soccer here on LSP from McDonald Stadium in Malden, Mass. The Owls of UMPI, UMaine Presque Isle, coming down to Fisher's territory anyway, to take on the Falcons. The Falcons are 1-1. UMPI is 0-4-1. Sam Field here with you, ready to bring you the play-by-play story. You heard Wick Wickstrom on the Golden Pipes, and Taz Sarwar is working the camera for you today. And UMPI has scored just 1 goal this season. It came in their last match, which was a 1-1 draw with UMaine Augusta. This is the first game for the Falcons since their 1-0 victory over UMPI a week ago today. Both goals for the Falcons this year have been scored by Aaliyah Shade, number 21 white, number 1 in your hearts. And coming off her line to pick this one up, be Natalie Miranda for UMPI in the orange goalie kit. Meanwhile, the rest of the Owls are in blue with the gold shoulders and white numbers. Fisher in white with the navy blue shoulders and numbers. This is the UMPI lineup. Mentioned Miranda between the sticks, and in front of her are McCarthy, Clavette, Landine, Byers, Ala, Carney, Marston, Dowdy, Thoreau, and Gray. Meanwhile, for Fisher, Mariana Hernandez-Cintron between the sticks, and in front of her are Kanan, Pina, Fernandez, Bjorkhagen, Boomcook, Lindstrom, Ramirez, Molina Lara, the aforementioned Aaliyah Shade, and Sforza. Falcons looking to pick up their second consecutive win. Again, this is only their third match and their first home game of the season. And it's going to be a while before their next home game. They play their next 6 matches after this on the road. Don't have another home match until the middle of October. Just not fair, is it? So again, UMPI is 0-4-1 with just 1 goal scored this season, coming in a draw against UMA last time out. Game 1 of a doubleheader. We'll have the men's game immediately after this here from McDonald Stadium. Scores of UMPI's other matches were 3-0 to New England College, 1-0 to UMA, 5-0 to Maine Maritime, and 1-0 to Fisher College before the 1-1 draw with UMA last time out, which was on Wednesday. Pursued towards the end line and over said end line for a goal kick, and rolling a long way out there. Need some backup. We don't have even some nets back there to keep them from rolling too far. We do have the fence out there next to it's a softball field, but yeah, still a long ways to go. Got to do your Mike Trout chasing down a deep fly ball impression, at least, you know, during his prime. Absolutely criminal. What happened to him and, you know, being stuck in Anaheim all those years. Could you imagine a team having the 2 best players of their generation on the roster at the same time for 6 consecutive seasons? They'd win every championship ever. Postseason baseball just around the corner, baby. All right, now one out of the reach of Forza, and we'll have a throw-in on the near side to be delivered by Abby Dowdy. Dowdy looking for a teammate. Landine was right there, but defense came in hot behind her and had to send him back to the Owls' back line. Now the through ball is cut off. Taken by Terrio, and back the other way come Fisher, where that pass is cut off in the midfield by Carney. Carney is also a goalie for the Owls. So is Miranda, and so is Lauren Cooley, who's also on the roster. They each have a goalie jersey and an outfield player jersey. And a little thrown off looking at the roster to see who was going to be who, but it is, in fact, Miranda, number 0 in orange, between the sticks for the Owls. Presque Isle, Maine, right up close to the New Brunswick border, way up there in Aroostook County, the county, as it's sometimes known by residents of Aroostook and the rest of Maine. It's one of the largest counties in America by land area, but is also very sparsely populated. Presque Isle being essentially the metropolis of Aroostook County. Aroostook County itself is bigger than, in the area, bigger than at least 2 of the other 5 New England states. I don't remember offhand how many of the 5. But even I can tell you, as someone who lived away from Massachusetts for a couple of years, that sometimes you can forget how big Massachusetts actually is. Right now, the Falcons looking for a cross here to get the opening marker. It goes right into Miranda's mitts. I'm sure that Shade wanted to hook that one a little bit back towards the middle of the box, but it was just a straight line drive into Miranda's hands. Probably the best chance so far for the Falcons, and it goes for naught. A lot of UMPI fans in the chat, judging by the, or on viewing anyway, judging by the results right now of our Who You Got poll. At least one of us is wondering, why am I inside? Well, yeah, cabin fever is definitely a pain, but thank you all for watching, no matter where you're watching from whether you're a Fisher fan, a UMPI fan, and wherever you are in the world. Job moving the ball by Carney to get it away from the pressure from the Falcons. Trying to relay it up far side for Alla. And sent back. Whistle and a foul, and be a free kick for the Owls from midfield or so. Just a couple yards in front, in fact. Carney will step into it. Line drive, knocked down. Now some space on the left side for Abby Dowdy, looking for the cross. And instead just a ground ball, rolling it into Hernandez Cintron's hands. So similar play to the one that Shade tried to pull at the other end. Whether it was a line drive or a ground ball, again, more baseball metaphors. Easy play for the goalie to scoop it up and snuff out so far the best opportunities for both teams' offenses. We're in the 10th minute here in the first half. No score between UMPI and Fisher here on LSP. First game of a doubleheader. The men to follow in the UMPI men's squad actually filing into the bleachers right now underneath me. This play stays onside somehow, some way. Good defense, though, forcing Shade towards the corner. Great recovery. Tried to get it past the defender and then cleared up the near side. That is some excellent defense there against Shade, who, again, has scored the only 2 goals that Fisher have this season. Sent all the way down towards Fisher's end, is trying to muscle for position was Molina Lara. Olivia Gray catching up with Aaliyah Shade. I have a feeling that's going to be a matchup to watch as this match continues. Now Fisher once again on the attack, a little stutter step to lose the defender, and the shot goes wide right. Well, Gray was not going to stop, at least an opportunity there for the Falcons. But not really a sweat there for Miranda in the end. Kind of ironic to say that on a nice warm day like today on a turf field right underneath the sun at high noon. That was not going to get on target, and easy to take the goal kick there for UMPI, but now they're back on their heels again as throw-in coming from just 30 yards away from goal. That gets past the defender to Bjorkhagen. That goes, oh, it's going to be offside. Was it off? Or the whistle? Bjorkhagen. Well, they are lining up on the edge of the 6 anyways, so where was offside or a goal kick? I don't have the best vantage point for some of these plays to go towards the corner. But you get the idea. Great job to get the throw past the defender and whatnot. Yeah, no, my phone's blowing up and I forgot to mute it. Shame on me. There we go. Katrina, if you're watching, please make sure there are no emergencies in the next half an hour or 35 minutes or so. Love you, dear. Not a whole lot of opportunities offensively in the early going for UMPI. That through ball, kind of a little flat-footed, and that's going to roll all the way over the end line for a goal kick for UMPI. And one chance a few minutes ago, it was kind of similar to the first good chance for the Falcons offense, trying to get a cross from the near side of the field, but easy scoop up for the respective goalies. But now a turnover to Fernandez, trying to get it towards the box, swept away, knocked down by Kanan. Back to the near side for Fernandez, back to Kanan up the middle, tapped away, coming in hot was Clavette, the lone goal scorer this season for UMPI, to put a stop to that game of catch. And try to feed it through the line of defenders standing on top of the 18. Eventually they do get it past them, but an easy scoop up again for Natalie Miranda. The field is starting to tilt a bit more towards UMPI's goal. And it's becoming harder and harder to climb up that hill for the Owls right now. And the Falcons looking for the opening marker. Up the far side, but Boomcoot was not going to catch up to it with Carney right on her hip. And they let it go for a goal kick for the Owls. Again, having a hard time getting it out of their own end are the Owls. Up the far side for Clavette. Back to the midfield and Terrio. McCarthy lost sight of it and finally rolls in towards Hernandez Cintron. In the middle of the field, cut off there and try to start movement upfield of the Falcons offense. Great job by Fernandez staying with it. Now drops it back to the back line. Oh, a few more steps to bring it upfield by Ramirez, but a little bit of a wall there on the left flank. And that pass off target intended recipient had taken a few steps too far. That was Jenna Lindstrom. UMPI on the attack now. Here's Marston. Contact out 36 yards from goal will result in a good spot for a set piece here for the Owls. Looking for the opening marker now. The visitors, Dowdy to step into it. Break out the spray paint. Dowdy puts her hand up, says she's ready, sends it towards goal, but pulled wide left. Good amount of juice on that one, but not enough in terms of accuracy to get the Owls on the board first. Still no score. 17 minutes into this one. Near side. Fernandez. A little give and go, but intercepted by Dowdy. Couple players flat-footed there. Boomcook trying to pursue it out to the far side. Owls able to put a stop to that opportunity. Ala up the gut. Oh, that was a great ball to the near side for Dowdy. Dowdy overran it, though. I think it might have caught a piece of the defender's boot that caused it to keep rolling parallel to her rather than through for Dowdy. But you like the idea, but that's just, in the end, that will be a great defensive play by Fisher to snuff out an opportunity, and now a blast. That does take a deflection off of Emma Byers for the first corner of the match. Trying to howitzer from about 25 or 30, and deflection off the defender gives the Falcons the first corner of the match. That'll be Ari Pina to swing it with the right boot. Try to find the right spot on that arc for it. Says she's ready. Line drive, knocked down, ball still bouncing around. Popped up and just barely out of the 8, but then hammered on the volley wide right. Miranda had her hands on it initially, bouncing around, dangerous spot. Owls weren't out of dodge yet. And then fortuitous bounce into the volley opportunity for Gabriella Kanan. Sent it wide right, and it remains scoreless. And the biggest sweat so far for the Owls on defense. Now Fisher back on the attack on the right side. Shade! Left side goes across the face of goal out towards the touch line for a goal kick. Shade has the only 2 goals this year for the Falcons and was trying to set up a teammate there and get herself an assist too. Pass kept rolling across the face of goal and was not hauled in. So we play on still scoreless. 20 minutes into the first half. Comes back to the Fisher back line for Forza. Turns it over. Now the Owls looking to get onto the attack, but poked away from Clavette from behind. Now on the left side, Lindstrom meets a couple of defenders, bowls over Terrio, and a whistle and a foul called on the play. Sandwiched by a couple of defenders there, and at that point, not much she could do to keep the play moving without committing the foul. Nice ball across the field to the right side, but poked away from McCarthy, forcing UMPI to reset. Ramirez bodying off Armando. Take it back for Fisher. Hip to hip, a stumble, and that is going to be a foul on UMPI. Dowdy trying to win the ball back, and she took the tumble, but she committed the foul now. It's just going to be wiped out with a foul with the ball in the air there, around 35 yards from the UMPI goal. We got a player down, in fact, holding her ankle after taking that spill. That, I believe, is Terrio. And regardless, free kick. Reaching out with the leg to try and stop that one as it comes to Dowdy. Dowdy gets past Fernandez. Still bouncing around the middle of the field. Clearance attempt right off of Landine. And a good job staying with it. Shedding the defender. Shade through ball. Play is still onside! Shade finally does get her first assist of the year. Came close to it earlier. And Nada Boomcoop with her first of the year to put the Falcons up 1-0. You can't really save that ball the way you do in soccer, the way you would for a milestone in baseball or ice hockey, but
Shade. Time of the goal, 21:53 of the first half. That's goal number 1 on the season for Boomcoop.
You can sort it out with her afterward. So Boomcoop with the opening marker. And Fisher on top, 1-0. And that was the final score of these teams' first meeting a week ago today. The last game played by Fisher, in fact, and looking to make it 2 wins in a row, sweep the season series against the Owls. They do have a free kick here from 37 yards out to try and get the equalizer to the Owls. A low-line drive swept out of the box, but thank you very much. And stepping into it, ricocheted back towards her. Abby Dowdy playing a game of ping pong there. Trying to set up an opportunity for the equalizer. Instead, now hip to hip as the ball comes back to the middle of the field and then tapped nicely to Marston. Marston back into the middle of the field trying to connect with Allah. And Fisher get out of dodge, and now looking on the counterattack up the near side. It'll be Dylan Ramirez. Ramirez, one-on-one, needs some help, sends it into the middle, knocked down. The shot will go over the crossbar and out of play. Great ball movement, but it remains 1-0. And Nada looking for a brace in the span of a couple of minutes. That opportunity snuffed out for the Owls, and now the Falcons on the counterattack into the middle of the field for Fernandez. Through ball, play stayed onside, but it was cut off by the Owls' back line. Near side, Allah, middle of the field, Allah actually. Now tapping it to the near side. Trying to ward off the defender McCarthy at the near side, and goes over the touch line for a throw for Forza. Olivia Gray, who had a nice defensive play earlier in this one to deny Shade of an opportunity. Able to cut that through ball off, but Falcons get it back, and now here's Kanan up the middle, trying to get it back on the give and go. Thought they could get Shade, but ricocheted away off a UMPI leg, and then bounces back towards Fernandez, and the Owls get it back. Trading places here is McCarthy goes towards to her right. Her pass is cut off. Able to dodge the defender. Therio coming in hot, and now another chance for the Falcons, setting up on the right side. It'll be Bjorkhagen. Might have taken a deflection. She sent it towards the box. Tap down. Here's a blast, and that will stay in the field of play. And official's flag was up for offside anyways. So nothing was going to come of that. So another opportunity goes by the wayside, but you can tell, if you can't already by the 1-0 score, that the Falcons are getting closer and closer and closer to really breaking through here and maybe starting to pull away. By the way, if you like what you see, you want to help support future LSP content, you can advertise on future broadcasts for as little as $25 a spot, or hire us to work your next sports game, live event, anything else we can do for you on any given day. All that information you can find by emailing yours truly, samfeelypvp@gmail.com, or go to Linktree, LSP37. All those links are in the description, as are links and promo codes for shipping shields, the eco-friendly sports and gaming card shipping protectors trusted by yours truly. If you use those codes on your purchase, we may receive a commission from those orders, get a discount, we may get a commission, but we thank you for your continued support of whatever this is. Well, it seems the tide has turned against the UMPI fans who had been stuffing the ballot box in the early going in the Who You Got poll, as it stands right now. Had 5 out of the 6. Had a good portion of the votes early, but still have the plurality, but not the majority anymore. What do you think, folks? Al's going to come back. Falcons going to pull away. So we've got a lot of soccer left in this one, and after this one, we got the UMPI and Fisher men facing off the second half of our doubleheader immediately after this. Through ball, trying to make the run was Clavette, but off her line was Hernandez-Cintron to cut that one off and send it back towards midfield. Clavette, the lone goal scorer for the Owls this season, had a goal in the 1-1 draw with Humane Augusta last time out. There's Shade. No call. She wanted a handball, I believe. Didn't get it. She still can't believe it. Still frustrated. Got to stay. Keep your head in the game though. Looked like UMPI was going to try and make a move there, but Dowdy got muscled back by Lindstrom in the midfield and all the way to the back line. And Hannah Chartier, who's going to come in. Next opportunity for the Owls. Let's see if she subs in for the freshman back out of Fort Fairfield, Maine. All the players on the UMPI roster are Mainers, except for Willa Evans, a junior midfielder from Truro, Nova Scotia. And then the woman in goal, Natalie Miranda. You want to talk about an exact opposite. I mean, the exact opposite corner, essentially, of the continental United States where she's from. San Diego, California to Presque Isle, Maine. You cannot get much further apart on the mainland in America. Got a whistle, and it looks like we're going to have a couple subs. In addition to Chartier, looks like we're going to have Sasha Therian Dominguez come in, maybe, or we are going to have a clock stoppage. And I think it's actually a water break, now that I think about it. So, yeah. I mean, I've I mean, this is a thing that, has been an option, at least as far as I know, since the COVID pandemic. Like, I'm not saying it hasn't been an option since before that, but I was working in New York at the time that sports began to resume after COVID lockdowns, and for like fall sports that were played, like outdoor sports like soccer, players were required to wear masks during the games, and that would essentially they give the teams like a mask break, as it were, a literal chance specifically to catch your breath at midway through each half, because the mask offers you protection against COVID and other airborne ickies, if you will. But you're not necessarily, the human body is not necessarily meant to play a sport like soccer where you're basically running a 5K every game with a mask on. Like, you can just go for a walk easily with a mask on. Running a few miles a game while also like trying to track down a ball, like score, play an actual organized sport, that's a little bit demanding with a mask on. And especially since I was covering high school sports at the time, you also have to realize that you're dealing with kids, and officials have referee and umpire organizations have insurance policies for stuff like that. We were talking during the break about potential stoppages for weather. Go over the crossbar for a goal kick, and we're going to have now our substitutions. We're going to have Isabel Allen and Madison Bridges come in for UMPI. Mentioned Darian Dominguez coming in for the Falcons. Goal kick doesn't get very far, but UMPI able to recover and start up the other way. Good job to dance around Kanan. But yeah, referee and umpire officials have insurance policies for stuff like that. Like if they allow a game to continue in a situation where a player is in dire straits, medically speaking. It's why there is the rule about games, how outdoor games have to stop at the first flash of light.
The match for the Owls. Number 10, Madison Bridges. Number 16, Isabel Allen. For the Falcons, number 23, Sasha Dominguez. It's a reason why we have those weather delay rules. You have to stop play at the first sign of lightning, and then you cannot resume play until 30 minutes after the last one. And every time you see a flash of lightning, give it to your teammate up top, man. You're going to have to go up here, though. You're going to have to get it to him up that way, up the ladder. Yeah, sorry. I'm sure he's going to give you the business. Knocked out the edge of the 18, deflected back towards goal. Boy, talk about a bullet dodged for UMPI. And I've never seen a soccer goal scored off a deflection in that manner, but it does result in a Fisher corner. But yeah, as I was saying, you have to stop play at the first flash of lightning. You can't resume until half an hour after the last flash of lightning. Every flash of lightning you see restarts the clock, and such was the case at a game I worked last weekend. We had that tornado warning in Central Mass. Talk about hand-to-hand combat here, trying to win this ball after the Fisher corner, and then swept out to the near side, and
Relay to try and get out of dodge, unsuccessful. It's cut off by Pina, but not for long. Wow. Kanan, very physical here with Clavette. Trying to win the ball, keep it in deep, blast from distance on one hop. And Miranda picks it up. Yeah, there was a tornado warning in central Massachusetts last weekend. And I was scheduled to do PA for Holy Cross men's soccer in Worcester. And they're supposed to take on UMass Lowell. No handball here. We play on. That is going to be a foul and possibly more here. And the official's just getting the spray paint out for the spot of the ball on the wall. Stud's not up there, obviously trying to play the ball, but got the player instead. And now Pina, the sophomore out of Revere, Mass kid. And Miranda able to haul that one in. A little bit of a bobble in her hands, though. We've already seen some wacky bounces today inside the UMPI 18. So, imperative to secure that when you have the chance. But yeah, Holy Cross is supposed to face UMass Lowell at 6 o'clock that night. Then we got the alerts from National Weather Service and even Holy Cross Security. Hey, Elijah Gonzalez, how you doing? Pushed the start time back to 6:30 and then eventually to 7. But even then it wasn't guaranteed that we'd play because I had to make sure the field was not waterlogged from all the rain that came through. Coaches and officials eventually deemed the field playable, and disaster was averted in terms of nasty things happening because of like wet grounds or whatever. Unfortunately for Holy Cross, lost on a late goal. 2-1 to the Riverhawks. Do not sleep on the America East in soccer, folks. Home to UVM, Vermont, the reigning Division I national champion. You might not think of that conference as necessarily a power in any sport, but they got some talent. This play is onside. They score! We want to see some talent there. The sub, Dominguez. 2-0. That is a tough spot there for Dominguez. Right up against the last defender, able to stay onside and then break through, and from the left side, tuck it inside the post. Dominguez, the sophomore out of Hesperia, California. Shout out Oak Hills High. It's 2-0. Someone in here mad? Clock is running, right? Yeah, it is.
Scored by number 23, Sasha Dominguez. Assisted by number 9, Leah Bjorkhagen. Time to goal, 36-25 of the first half. That's goal number 2 of the season for Dominguez.
Is it? It was Boomku who had the first one.
Correction, first goal of the season for Dominguez.
Yeah, well, take all the accolades you can get, right? I was like, wait, did I really punt that pad? Come on, Wick, get your head in the game, man. Anyways, 2-0.
Match for the Falcons, number 13, Jamili Andavale.
Abdali is in the game for Fisher, the freshman, at a Lynn Classical. Jamili Avdili, XHEMILEAVDYLI. Gemily. Jamili. Millie. Okay. You people mean the world to me. At any rate. Aaliyah Shade, who has scored the first 2 goals of the season for UMPI, for Fisher rather, on their weekend in the woods last weekend. Had an assist on the first one by Boomkoot, her first of the year. And then Dominguez just recently subbed on. Picks up her first of the year, and it is 2-0. It's already a new high watermark for goals in a game for the Fisher women. Picked up 1 in that 6-1 loss to Fort Kent before winning 1-0 against UMPI a week ago today. We'll have another sub for the Owls, a couple other subs here, as it'll be Katie Stairs and Willa Evans, the aforementioned Nova Scotian, checking in for the Owls. McCarthy subbing off. Nova Scotia was the most likely place, one of the most likely places for a would-be 10th Canadian Football League team.
Number 18, Willa Evans. Number 27, Katie Stairs.
It has always been kind of awkward to have 9 teams in the CFL and have 5 of them in the West and 4 in the East. And the would-be Atlantic Schooners, these represent all the Atlantic provinces of Canada, Nova Scotia, Newfoundland, and Labrador. But there isn't a whole lot of, you know, like those provinces, none of them have a metro area quite like any of the other cities, the other major cities in Canada do have a CFL team. I mean, Quebec City could potentially be a candidate, but Quebec City can't even get an NHL team right now. Is that play offside? It is. They should, though. Levette. They're getting the World Juniors, though. Levette offside by a step and a half to snuff out an opportunity for the Owls. But very nice area out there in the Atlantic provinces. If you can ever find your way out there, I would know. I spent a lot of my summers as a kid sailing along the coast of the North Atlantic with my father. Less than 4 minutes left in the first half. 2-0 is our score. Fisher on top. First goals of the season for Boomkoot and Dominguez have the Falcons on top of the Owls. This one is for the Birds. And now another chance for the Fisher offense. It is Boomkoot. Sent it into the middle, but didn't connect with Fernandez. Starting it the other way, the Owls going towards the middle. Awa off back of someone, trying to get it ahead to Stairs, who interestingly is listed as a back. You really can't miss Stairs, number 27 in blue. She's got, you know, red hair is cliched, and she's hard to miss. And he tried to connect with her, but good defense. Starting it the other way for Fisher. Trying to get it into the middle is Avdili, and nobody home for Fisher on that play. 2.5 minutes to go here in the first half. Reasonable start for the Falcons. But this is their only home game of the month of September. They don't have another home game until the middle of October. They have 6 in a row on the road after this. We have the men's game right after this, and the Fisher men will also be back on this here YouTube channel Wednesday night when they host NCAA Division II foe, St. Michael's. Tumble taken by Dealey. Boomcoop moving up the near side and gets a deflection off of Bridges for a throw. Since her last name is Bridges, do you think her parents intentionally named her Madison because of the book? Someone understood that reference. How do you do, fellow kids? Yeah, I said book and movie. Even some people who, who were contemporaries of that movie didn't know it was based on a book. You do know what a book is, don't you? Maybe had a chance to step into that one, maybe a bit too unselfish there, and Clavette sends it to the near side and then tapped out of bounds by Bridges. Throw forthcoming for Dealey. Able to step it past Stairs, but still along the back line here for the Falcons. We're under a minute to go. Ramirez through ball. Offside flag is up. And that'll stop play, and with 26 seconds left in the ball, going all the way out to that pile of spare nets there. Take us home, Wick.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. At the end of one half of play, Fisher College 2, University of Maine Presque Isle 0.
Falcons 2, Owls 0. Boomcoop and Dominguez, each with their first of the year, taking time out. Back about 15 minutes for the second half from McDonald Stadium in Malden, Mass. This is Fisher Women's Soccer here on LSP. Welcome back to the second half of Fisher Women's Soccer here on LSP. Sam Feely here with you from McDonald Stadium in Malden, Mass. Alan Wickstrom on the PA, Toss Arwar on camera, and it is Fisher on top of UMPI 2-0. The first goals of the season each for Sasha Dominguez and Nada Boomku. Second meeting of the year between these two teams. Fisher won the first one a week ago today, 1-0, and looking to make it back-to-back against the Owls to get to 2-1 on the season. We are ready with the clock and everything. Yeah, we're good. I don't know what we are. Oh yeah, okay, late entry. That's what's going on. Okay. So Doha Marbo is going to come in as a late ad. Oh yeah, we were at 10 for a while, and number 3 is going to be number 11, Doha Marbo out of Revere, Mass, and Pioneer Charter. We are underway in the second half. UMPI in blue with the white numbers and gold trim. Fisher in white with the navy blue letters, numbers, and trim. Fisher can't get too comfortable, remember, in terms of like settling down at home, because it's 6 more on the road after this. Next home match for the Falcons women will not be until the middle of October. Two goals, more than Fisher, as many as Fisher scored in their 2 games prior to this. One in each of the first 2 last weekend in the Woods. 6-1 loss to Fort Kent with a 1-0 victory over these Owls. Owls enter play 0-4-1, and they have 1 goal on the season. It was in a draw with UMaine Augusta. Cameron Clavette, freshman forward out of Madawaska, Maine, doing the honors to pull level with the Moose. Send the throw towards the corner. Flags out a handball. No call, but it's not really going to matter. It's going to be a goal kick in the end. Before the 1-1 draw with Augusta, UMPI had already lost to them 1-0 earlier in the season. After this, we got the UMPI and Fisher men in the second half of this doubleheader. Fisher looking to keep their winning streak rolling for their third consecutive victory and 4th on the year. After that 13-0 drubbing of VSU Randolph last time out, which tied a program record for goals in a game.
Henry, don't dribble into the pressure, away!
UMPI 2-2 is on. The men are 2-2 on the season. They lost 3-1 to Fisher and 4-0 to New England College. Their wins were both against UMaine Augusta, 10-0 and 15-0. So take from that what you will as you kind of prognosticate the second half of this doubleheader. The chat has been prognosticating the outcome of this match in the Who You Got poll. Well, for a while, UMPI had the outright lead. have the plurality still. The Owls faithful, remaining faithful. I think they can come back and maybe at least get one out of this, if not the whole three. 43%. I think it's going to be UMPI. 36%. I think it's going to be Fisher, and the rest of y'all, quoting Calvin and Hobbes, "What on earth am I doing inside on this beautiful day? This is the only life I've got." Shout out Bill Watterson, the man who, accomplished everything he wanted by the age of 37, retired, and then was never perceived again. Don't we all wish we could have that life? 5 minutes into this second half, a little bit of a quiet start, both teams. Anything you could consider noise from their team's offense were chances that were pretty easily handled, Fisher chances that were pretty easily handled by the Owls defense. Couple of, able to get in the final third pretty well, but nothing really to make Miranda sweat. How about this though? Couple hops and Miranda scoops that other one up. Junior out of San Diego, California. Again, the basically exact opposite corner of the continental United States from Presque Isle, Maine. There aren't many ways you could be further from home on the mainland United States. It is certainly much longer than either I-10 or I-90. Highways go coast to coast, northernmost and southernmost highways. Of course, goes from Boston to Seattle. Starts at Logan Airport, stops at T-Mobile Field, the home of the Seattle Mariners. Right across the street from Lumen Field, home of Seattle Sounders. The Sounders were the first team to make the jump from the second tier of American soccer to MLS and really show like the kind of support you expect like your modal European club, and like really bring the noise and really like create the atmosphere that you would expect. And remember, they did so basically. There was the original Sounders franchise in the 70s, and then
re-entering the match for the Falcons, number 21, Aaliyah Shade.
Aaliyah Shade, who scored the first 2 goals of the season for Fisher and has an assist today back in the match for the Falcons. They took over, Lumen Field, which is built for the Seattle Seahawks, the NFL, and then off to the races from there. Speaking of off to the races, Shea back in the match, the save by Miranda. Kick out to the far side, and wow, Miranda came way off her line to stop that one. Shade, fresh legs, back in the match, already has an assist and looking for her 3rd goal of the year. Great play by Miranda, great reaction to deflection, and of course a throw on the far side, knocked down inside the 18, and then tapped with the near side. Oh, look out of nowhere. Marble trying to head that one down. Pursues it towards the touch line, and to no avail. Landine. Gets past Landine does. Fernandez into the middle of the field for Bjorkhagen. Sandwiched by a couple of defenders. Took a bump from behind from Ontario. No call. And ball comes to the near side. It'll be a throw for Fisher. Yeah, the Sounders were the first one to do that in like the first one to do that, helping MLS get out of their dark ages, basically. And you've seen that with other teams that have jumped from the second or third flight to MLS, like FC Cincinnati and Orlando City. Nice self-pass to the left side. Defense coming in nicely. Oh, nice back heel flip. Ramirez! Ramirez, great body and ball control, and getting into Boom Coop for the brace. You don't really see those moves very often out of a back, do you? But there she is, going in way deep into the final third, into the 18. A little bit of a spin cycle on the defender, and then feeding Boom Coop for the brace.
Fisher College goal scored by number 10, Nana Boom Coop. Assisted by number 16, Dylan Ramirez. Time to go, 54-43 of the second half. That's goal number 2 of the season for Boom Coop.
Second of the season and game for the junior out of Agadir, Morocco, transfer from Bunker Hill Community College. And you gotta buy Dylan a steak dinner after she set up that one, right? Oh, they are roommates? Oh, never mind. Okay. All right. Well, you'll get on her case about that, right? I mean, what are you supposed to do after that setup gets in the brace, right? Just a mere thank you card. That's it. Put all this work defining expectations of a back with mixtape moves that I get a fist bump. Over the end line for a goal kick. Flashbacks to time I was doing a Lexington Blue Sox game. As a story I tell often, but Ross Curley, one of the greatest hitters in the history of the Blue Sox in the Intercity League. He had never hit a home run in his Blue Sox career. Now I'll have to put that thought on hold as Bjorkhagen brings up the near side. Right side rather, trying to get into the middle, potentially for the Hattie for Boom Coop, but cut off, then sent back from whence it came. I mentioned he had never hit a home run in his Intercity League career. Guess what happened the very next pitch? Ross, you owed me a steak dinner, and then I just waved that off after a conversation with him recently. I actually found out that Ross was as much as anyone responsible for, me getting to where I am. It's not that, Rick DeAngelis didn't see anything. I mean, he knows what I'm capable of. He's always has, but the previous broadcaster moved on from the Blue Sox. Ross vouched for him. Thanks, Ross. Maybe I owe you a steak dinner. Nice little nutmeg there by Bjorkhagen with a sliding tackle. Snuffs out her opportunity. Able to get it back is Fernandez. Into her right. It's out. Relayed to Marbo. Now Can. McCarthy stepping in front of it might have been the thing that saved him there. Shade looking for her first goal of the game again. Hooked it a bit much. We are 13 minutes and change into the second half of a 3-0 contest between the Fisher Falcons and the UMPI Owls. Sam Feely here with you from McDonald Stadium in Malden, Mass. First game a doubleheader. Second game we'll see UMPI and Fisher face off in men's soccer action. Will be the second of a 3-game homestand for the Falcons, which will wrap up on Wednesday against St. Michael's. Substitution for Fisher as Lindstrom is going to come back on, and Marbu will get a rest.
Re-entering the match for the Falcons, number 15, Jenna Lindstrom.
Kagan through ball. Here's Boomcoat. Back close to the Hattie. Unless there's going to be a goal kick in the end, as those hold up for a moment for everyone to get themselves out of that pile up. Boomcoat along with Gray and Carney. By Dowie to get past the defender, directing traffic, sends the through ball at the far side for McCarthy. A little too strong. And it'll be a throw for the Falcons. Final third in their end. Will Evans back in the match for UMPI, replacing Maggie side.
for the Owls. Number 18, Laura Evans.
Touch line. Stop and go traffic. After the substitution, we'll see if that opens things up for the Owls. It will not. The offside flag is up. .26 minutes left in this one. 3-0 is our score. A brace for Boomcook in the first of the season for Dominguez. The tallies for the Fisher Falcons. Ball on the left side for Dowdy. Goes down, the pressure coming in hot, and taken away. In the middle of the field for Boomcook. Bouncing ball by Carney. Fisher get it back though. Near side, Shade has an assist. A goal in each of the last two matches for Fisher. Had a couple opportunities this half. Pick up the third goal of the year. The early stage of this half, though. Now we're in the middle stages, and 3-0. And oh no! Oh no! Oh no! Jenna Lindstrom is down and holding her knee, and you fear for the worst right now. It's terrible when you see the non-contact injury like that. Just took a bad stumble, and yeah, she's trying to like basically shuffle herself, like push herself on her hands to get to the sideline. My goodness, I hope it's not what obviously fear might could be.
for the Owls, number 16, Isabel Allen.
Millie of Dilly back in the match for Fisher after Falcons had to play with 10 for a bit after the injury just now, and UMPI is going to take advantage. The Falcons were discombobulated there on that entry, and maybe some life yet for the Owls. Still 21 minutes.
Entering the match for the Falcons, number 13, Jamili Avdil.
Here we go, White. Right away, White. Hey, let's go.
Clavette, who has the only goal so far this year for the Owls, now has both goals so far this year for the Owls. To get them on the board, it is 3-1.
The boys play straight after, the boys are still playing. Recording the game on the camera.
University of Maine Presque Isle goal scored by number 3, Cameron Clavette. Unassisted. Time of goal, 68-38 of the second half. That's goal number 2 on the season for Clavette.
In the 69th minute, Clavette gets the Owls on the board. It is 3-1, her second of the year. In fact, the second goal scored by the Owls all year, and maybe some new life, and maybe they have a comeback in the works, and got 20 minutes to get 2 goals and try and salvage 1 point. Goes over the touchline off of Allen for a Fisher throw.
He's the boss player. He's the boss playing very well.
Nice job, Kanan. Off a hand, maybe no. Play on. Straight into the defender in front of her. Looked like went off the hand, but no such call. Falcons don't get burned directly off of that. They still have the ball in the final third here. Fernandez stepping in front of the defender. Tapped out to the touch line. All the way back to Hernandez Cintron. Another sub coming in for the Falcons, and it's Dominguez, who scored the second goal of the first half for Fisher, back in there. They get it right to her. Defender on her back, trying to make the turn, but too much pressure from Carney forces the throw.
Sasha Dominguez.
And you have another substitution as Katie Stairs back in there for UMPI.
Re-entering the match for the Owls, number 27, Katie Stairs.
Late challenge, but still on her feet is Kanan, despite Terrio trying to tackle it away from behind. It's a shame that didn't pan out better for Kanan to stay on her feet through all that pressure, keep it moving upfield, but couldn't do much from there. Foul is called on Fernandez. What a run here by Ramirez. Sending it in, but Miranda saw it all the way. Tough break there for Dylan Ramirez, Jr. out of Peoria, Arizona. Had the assist on Boom Cook's second earlier in this half. And she's got tremendous ball movement and ball handling skills. Not what you typically see out of a back. Orchestrating the offense, making plays that deep into the opponent's territory. Oh, wow. Turning on the Jets last minute. Dominguez moving towards the middle. Got past one defender, but could not get it past Carney. Oh, no call on that one. That's Forza looking for the plate on that truck. That one goes over the touchline on the far side. for a throw. And don't forget, folks, if you like what you see and want to support future LSP content, you can buy Shipping Shields, the eco-friendly sports and game card shipping protectors trusted by yours truly. Using the link and codes in the description, get a discount on your order. We may receive a commission from those orders, but we thank you for your continued support of whatever this is. You can also support by buying ads on future content for as little as $25 a spot, hiring us to work your next sports game or other live event or whatever else we can do on any given day by going to Linktree LSP37 and finding our Thumbtack page. And of course, don't forget to subscribe to this here YouTube channel. Membership's also available for $5 a month. Goodies, occasionally, fun perpetually. Those include discounts on merch or even free shipping at the LSP store on Creator Spring. Again, all that info in the description. Under 14 minutes to go, and tell Dealey turning back, saying they're looking for the official, saying, "What was that? Is that an offensive foul, like a charge in basketball? I don't know, do not have position or something along those lines." But another sub for UMPI. It's Warren Cooley. Warren Cooley comes in for UMPI.
Entering the match for the Owls, wearing number 28, Warren Cooley.
Left. Olivia Gray went down in that sequence, and for the most part, the officials have let the players play. Here for the Owls, maybe to get within one. It was Clavette with her second of the year. Shortly after injury, forced them to play with 10 for a while before finally getting the sub on, but lost that numbers game eventually. Goal itself kind of caught the Owls off guard. A lot of chaos. Oh wait, we got a stoppage here. The officials conferring on something. I'm not sure what. Letter, I guess, at the moment for Shade. No booking or anything. We resume play. And we'll stop the clock for a sub as Boomkook is going to come back in. Shade.
For the Falcons, number 10, Nada Boomkook.
Play stayed onside here. Dominguez on the right side. Ryan UMPI. Owls need to get it out of there end quickly and start attacking more. Final 10 minutes and a lot of time left when their first goal was scored. As Boomcoop making a bid for third, but again, Miranda scooping it up easily. A lot of time left when Presque Isle got on the board, but they haven't really been able to threaten since. And we'll have another sub that stops the clock as Lindstrom comes back. Looks like we're also going to have Dora Harper, maybe? No, not yet.
Re-entering the match for the Falcons, number 15, Jenna Lindstrom.
Harper's been working the camera the last couple of matches you've seen on this year's YouTube channel. We'll see if he's back behind the camera for the men's match. Start shortly after the conclusion of this one. Feeling it's not gonna. I don't think we're gonna get the noon start time we'd initially 2 o'clock rather start time we initially planned on, but just keep in mind that stream is separate from this one, same channel, just have to open a different video for that one and we'll log into that one. And mass substitutions here for UMPI, including Emma Byers, Ella McCarthy, Bridges and Marston coming off. And we resume play. 8:10 to go and counting. Clock isn't, we got a foul here and Sforza went down. Free kick from 40 yards out. Gonna come in or what? Pot this one and breathe easy for Fisher. Chip takes a bounce out of hand in the box. What? That was a hand, right? Like, wow, in the box. Like, I get letting the players play to an extent, but like that has nothing to do. Like a handball, like such a clear reach there. You know, that's not something you just let go if it doesn't, you know, change the advantage. But obviously, if you're Fisher in the end, you're up 3-1. Maybe it's a little different if this is a 1-goal game where it's tied, but
okay. The Falcons, number 22, Kendora Harper.
So Harper,
Re-entering the match for the
videographer of the year,
Taylor Marston.
now on the pitch for Fisher. Start the clock. Bit of a stumble there, but good reaching for it. One defender couldn't get past the second one and then into the hands of Miranda. There are certain calls you can let go if you're leading this kind of position. Some calls you can't let go regardless of the status of the game. And I feel like a handball in the box is one of them. If there's no one else around her, like, anyway, yeah, I doth protest too much. Oh, an illegal throw. Lindstrom's still limping here. Fanned on, but picked up before Aaliyah Shade could finally break free for a goal here. To go. Been some spots in this game that made it feel closer than it has been all game. This being the lone home match in the month of September for Fisher. Maybe 3.5 minutes away from victory. Still some things a little frustrated with. Second consolation. Second consecutive dub. Didn't have to rely on Shade for the offense. Got 2 from Boomku. 1 from Dominguez. Fisher's going to go to 2-1. UMPI is going to fall to 0-5-1. Stumble there in midfield, drawing the foul is Boomku. Their player of the game for this one. If you're a goalie, in this case specifically, Fernandez Sintra, do you like games like this, where you haven't really been challenged at all by the opposing offense, and the one chance they did have, got it past you because there's a lot of traffic, maybe a bad bounce or two? Like, I don't know. Don't want to overthink it. A win is a win is a win. As legendary Lexington High School football coach Bill Tye said. 6 consecutive road games after this for the Falcons before have another home contest against NCLA a month from today. I take that back. There is one home match before that. It's actually next home match is going to be against Bay Path. 4 weeks from today, essentially. So yeah, basically a month. Sunday, October 12th, 4 o'clock kickoff on this here YouTube channel. We're under a minute to go. Stutter step by Dowdy. Couple of bounces rolling into the box and picked up by Hernandez Centrum. One last run, maybe for the Fisher offense, and lean into it. Play until the whistle. Dominguez wanted a brace of her own. Great, good job, great effort. Wick.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
And that'll do it.
Final score of the match. Fisher College 3, University of Maine Presque Isle 1. Ladies and gentlemen, please remain seated and stick around for Game 2 of our soccer doubleheader featuring the Fisher College men's soccer team versus the University of Maine Presque Isle men's soccer team.
So a brace for Boom Coop, her first 2 goals of the year, one of which coming on a phenomenal assist from Dylan Ramirez. And in between those, a first goal of the year for Sasha Dominguez. Give Fisher their second consecutive victory, 3-1 over the UMPI Owls. Fisher's 2-1, UMPI is 0-5-1. So with that said, this has been a presentation of LSP, something for everyone since 2011. Copyright 2025, unauthorized redistribution of any portion of this broadcast without the express written permission of LSP is strictly prohibited. A reminder that if you want to support future LSP broadcasts, you can buy shipping shields using the link and codes in the description. Those are the eco-friendly sports and gaming card shipping protectors trusted by yours truly. We may receive a commission from the orders you place using those discount codes in the description. But we thank you for your continued support of whatever this is, which you can also do by sponsoring future content, buying ads for as little as $25 a spot, hiring us to work your next sports game, live event, or anything else we can do for you on any given day. Find our Thumbtack page, Linktree, LSP37, email yours truly, or you can buy some of this fabulous merchandise at the LSP store, Creator Spring, or email yours truly for game videos. And of course, if you are down with the sound, Linktree, Facebook, YouTube. Don't forget to subscribe. Flash the subscribe button. Membership's also available for $5 a month. PayPal, Creator Spring, LSP37. So we'll see you in a little bit on the other video that we have listed for the second half of this doubleheader as the UMPI and Fisher men face off. But for now, your final score from McDonald Stadium in Malden, Mass. It is the Fisher Falcons 3 and the UMPI Owls 1. And for Alan Wickstrom, Taha Sarwar, and all my righty friends here in Malden, my name is Stan Fielder, reminding you forever and always, freelance isn't free. Thanks for tuning in, fresh for 2025.